Craig, I'm going to start off with you. First, I want to get your take on this last 100 days when it comes to the markets. Is this kind of what you expected? And what are you seeing right now? You're actually increasing your exposure to equities a bit. Before you were at 94%, now you're at 97%.
Good morning, Frank. And this administration has certainly been a lot choppier, and the markets have been a lot choppier than what we expected. We came into the year, certainly there was a lot of optimism around equities. Then these policy sort of whiplash has taken place, and it has whiplash equity markets. If you look at commodities, you look at currencies, I would just come back, Frank, and say, if I plot out Trump 1.0 versus 2.0 and sort of compare the first 100 days then to now, there's a lot of similarities, especially with interest rates and also with 10-year bond yields. Equity markets more volatile than the first time around, but at this point in time, a lot of the trends seem somewhat similar, but it is creating a pretty good buying opportunity, Frank.
All right, so you're seeing the buying opportunity right now at this point, even though we don't have a China trade deal yet, and we haven't really gotten to negotiations with Europe either. I mean, with the potential for so much more, trade tensions, if you will, why do you think right now is the buying opportunity?
Well, I think you got to put it in perspective of, like what Wayne Gretzky has said in the past. You don't want to skate to where the puck is now. You want to skate to where you think the puck is going to be. And if you look forward from here, I think it's very clear that we are going to see some changes in trade take place. But what typically happens on Wall Street, Frank, is we often see people sort of bake in the worst case scenario. And that's what's getting extrapolated out at this point in time. They're taking the president at face value. And if we go through and just look at the word uncertainty out in the media at this point in time and in all the popular press, it's at levels we haven't seen since the pandemic. And I think there's probably more uncertainty at the pandemic than there is today.
All right, Mark, coming over to you. I don't know if you're a hockey fan or not, but let's keep the metaphor going. What do you think of the action that we're seeing out on the ice on these first 100 days?
Well, I think to Craig's point that you saw that the markets rallied from Election Day to Inauguration Day because I think they anticipated a following on of the Trump 1.0 administration policies. I think that's the biggest difference is it's actually not. I think the deregulatory approach and trying to advance tax relief are very similar to the first administration. The trade agenda is very different. The president had a lot of rhetoric that was protectionist in the first administration, but the focus really was a few tariffs on steel and aluminum and on China. What you've seen these first 100 days is a broad-scale kind of attack on global trade that I think reflects where Peter Navarro and some of the president's closest advisors are in trying to upset what our international trade is. And I think there's a concern, honestly, about what is the objective. In some cases, the rhetoric is that we want to lower trade barriers, which I think everybody supports. But in the other case, they say we need to eliminate trade deficits with every country across the globe, which obviously is I think, a distorted view of where we want to get and very difficult to achieve. And I think there's going to continue to be enormous uncertainty on the trade agenda because the president is very adept at pivoting quickly and changing course and claiming victory.
All right, so you're mentioning some of the members of this administration, like Peter Navarro, seen as one of the more hawkish people when it comes to trade. But I want to ask you, where are we going next? Where do you see trade going? Do you believe that we are actually having some active discussions with China right now based on your experience with this administration? What do you think just about the idea that the president seems to be pinning a lot of his agenda on the idea that these trade deals will get done, not with smaller countries, but with larger companies, of course, China being the biggest one, but also Europe?
Well, it certainly seems that India is where the administration is looking to go first. I think there's probably going to be some announcements, but I think when you've upset the whole apple cart and you announce that you have trade progress, with one country, it's kind of a distortion. And I think it'll be interesting to see when the announcement is made, is it actually a deal or is it kind of the contours of a deal in which there's a lot of discussion still to come? And so I think you're probably going to continue to see more disruption, as you've seen in some of the shipping and trucking data that is very bearish about what's happening in ports and what's happening with delivery of shipments across the country. And so probably some more of that negative news will impact how the president reacts, as, again, he's very quick to do. And so I think you'll probably see basically a Pyrrhic victory with one country or two country that they claim establishes a larger resetting of the trade agenda and pivoting back probably to relenting a little bit on this trade war.
Craig, we're past the 100 days. We're going to get some more reads of how this presidency is going. We're getting GDP and PCE later today. We're getting the jobs report on Friday. How do you see, or what are you expecting to see from these reports? How do you see the market reaction?
Well, what I think we're going to see from a lot of these reports is I would think you see the inflation numbers continuing to slow. We're going to see the economy slowing, but that shouldn't be a surprise to investors. The market has sold off sharply. A lot of this has been priced into the market to a degree. Not all of it, but a lot of it has been priced in. If we look at breadth measures, if we look at bullish percent indicators, if we look at sentiment, if we look at all these gauges, Frank, we're at washed out levels that we rarely see. And when we get to these levels, this is where you do want to step up, add some equity exposure to the market, and you're sort of trying to figure out where the puck is going down the road. But it is often an opportunity to be buying. And as I look at all these reports, this is, again, a market that I would rather be buying than selling in here at this point in time, just based upon history. When in doubt,
Right.
we want to chart it out.
When in doubt, you want to chart it out. Mark, I want to come back to you and give you the last word. A lot of people are looking for just any kind of insight into this administration and the president's thinking going forward, especially with the looming, stress and tension of this China trade deal.
Look, I think the president's committed to a trade agenda. I think this is what he believes, and he believes that the world is sort of like a real estate deal, and he believes that there should be an admission price for foreign countries to get access to America's market. I think that's a very mercurial view of it, and I think it's going to be difficult for him to achieve. But I think he's also, again, very quick to be able to claim a victory and moving on to something else. And so the best thing I can tell you to predict is continued uncertainty. I think it's going to be very difficult to predict where this is going over the next 100 days and beyond that.